I grew up in one of the 13 colonies. I love history, and the book Common Sense has always been my patriotic guide. Here, I offer my own addendum. These are the days when youth first encounters the earnest threshold of 18 summers, standing at the brink of a lottery few desire to win. For some, the prize is a coin tossed in the dice of fate. For others, it is a ballot that may bind or free the chains of a lifetime. In such moments, I chose a path that might be misunderstood by those who worship chance. I chose to serve. I resolved that the road of duty, not the whims of fortune, was the wisest course for a man who must live with the consequences of his own choices. Thus, I committed myself to the service of my country, not because I sought glory, but because I believed that service is the truest measure of a man's resolve. In that season of decision, I registered as an independent voter, for I cared not for any party's banner or their triumphant proclamations. The party in power, in its zeal to maintain control, often forgets the utmost respect owed to every life sacrificed in battle, and to the families who bear the cost of distant wars with uncertain outcomes. George Washington reminded us in plain language that political parties may threaten the republic if we mistake faction for principle. The truth is clear. When parties become ends in themselves, they corrupt the very purpose of government, and the majority's appetite for control overreaches the common good. In such times, we must be cautious of the tempting certainty that comes with power, and the false promise that everything can be fixed by decree from above. Let me speak candidly, in the spirit of common sense, about the doctrines that some impose upon the people as if they were revealed truths. There are those who would convince us that identities or gender arrangements determine a person's worth, or that success is bestowed by government rather than earned through effort, prudence, and hard work. Others claim a right to tax and divide the hard-earned fruits of a person's labor, treating wealth as common property rather than the result of individual endeavor and civil liberty. Such claims, whether cloaked in rhetoric or policy, tempt us to abandon the principle that every citizen should be judged based on merit and character, not by the whims of the state. The recent political events in Virginia, New Jersey, and New York City, alongside the spectacle of a government shutdown, should awaken every American to the dangers of policies pursued for the sake of party power rather than the good of the people. The snake of deceit slithers through the garden of liberty when promises outpace deliverance, and when public trust is treated as a resource to be exploited rather than a covenant to be honored. Therefore, I urge my fellow citizens to reflect on the plain, stubborn truth. The best government serves the people with prudence, restraint, and humility. And the best citizens think clearly, act with courage, and judge by the standard of common sense rather than by party loyalty. Let us awaken from the fog of partisan illusion and return to the steady, humble work of preserving liberty, fostering opportunity, and ensuring that our republic remains a place where every individual, through their own labor and integrity, may pursue their own honest happiness.